Join me as I challenge myself to a week of deep rest and see how it changes my life. Deep rest is a concept that has the potential to completely transform our lives, and I'm excited to dive into it with you today. When we think about rest, we often think about just catching a few extra Z's or taking a break from our busy schedules, but deep rest is so much more than that. It's about giving our bodies and minds the chance to truly recharge and recover, and that can have a profound impact on our overall well-being. We've all been there, feeling stressed, burned out, and exhausted, like we're running on empty. We try to push through, thinking that if we just work a little harder, we'll be able to get everything done and finally feel like we can take a break. But the problem is, that break never comes, because there's always something else to do, another task to complete, another fire to put out. And before we know it, we're stuck in a cycle of constant stress and fatigue, feeling like we're drowning in our responsibilities. The effects of chronic stress can be devastating. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and a host of physical health problems, from headaches and digestive issues to heart disease and even cancer. And the worst part is, many of us don't even realize we're stressed until it's too late. We just feel like we're tired all the time, or that we're not quite ourselves, without realizing that it's because our bodies and minds are crying out for rest. So why do we struggle so much with resting? Why do we feel guilty for taking time for ourselves, or like we're being lazy if we're not constantly on the go? It's because we've been conditioned to believe that productivity is the ultimate goal, that the more we do, the better we are. But that's just not true. In reality, taking time to rest and recharge is one of the most productive things we can do, because it allows us to come back stronger, more focused, and more energized. Let's talk about some ways we can start incorporating deep rest into our daily lives. One of the most powerful tools is mindfulness. When we're mindful, we're able to let go of distractions and focus on the present moment, which can lead to a deeper sense of calm and relaxation. Meditation is another powerful tool that can help us quiet our minds and reduce stress. And then there's sleep hygiene, creating a bedtime routine that signals to our bodies that it's time to wind down and get some rest. Practicing mindfulness can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths, or paying attention to our senses, the feeling of our feet on the ground, the sounds around us, the sensation of the air on our skin. Meditation can be as short as 5 minutes a day, and can be done anywhere, at any time. And sleep hygiene is all about creating a relaxing environment that tells our bodies it's time to sleep, things like keeping our bedrooms cool, dark, and quiet, and avoiding screens for at least an hour before bedtime. When we start incorporating these practices into our daily routines, we can start to feel the benefits of deep rest almost immediately. We'll have more energy, we'll be more focused, and we'll be more resilient in the face of challenges. And the best part is, it's not just about taking time for ourselves, it's about becoming better versions of ourselves, so that we can show up more fully for the people and things we care about. I want to share a personal story with you that really drives home the power of deep rest. I used to be someone who was always on the go, always pushing myself to do more, to be more. And it worked for a while. I was productive, I was successful, I was achieving all my goals. But the cost was my health, my relationships, and my overall sense of well-being. I was constantly stressed, constantly anxious, and constantly exhausted. And then one day, I hit rock bottom. I realized that I couldn't keep going on like that, and that I needed to make a change. So I started incorporating deep rest into my daily routine, meditation, yoga, and taking time for myself each day. And it was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I felt more energized, more focused, and more at peace. And it wasn't just about me, my relationships improved, my work improved, and my overall sense of happiness and fulfillment increased. So what can we take away from this conversation? Deep rest is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. It's not just about taking time for ourselves, it's about becoming better versions of ourselves, so that we can show up more fully for the people and things we care about. I encourage you to start prioritizing deep rest in your life, to start making time for yourself, and to start experiencing the transformative power of deep rest for yourself. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've had any experiences with deep rest, I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. And if you're looking for more content on self-care and mindfulness, be sure to check out my video on morning routines for a more mindful day.